So with this weekend's 2023 Championship 4 race at Phoenix on the horizon to commence, I always thought to myself, like the title of the video suggests, this is one of the simplistic ways to make the playoffs better. If there is absolutely no other choice and no other option, but we are just going to have to stick with just a one race championship, which I despise, and it's stupid, and it's dumb, and we're trying to have like Game 7 moments every year for 9 years now, and it gets sickening, and there's a whole other tangent about that. But the one thing I thought when the playoff, I guess when 2017 came around and they wanted to do the like stage points, playoff points, and everything, and the concept of having those playoff points carry over from each round is a good idea. However, I was surprised when, it turns out that in the Championship 4, all of those playoff points that a person gets throughout the year is reset. So everybody's just equal. This is the easiest solution is, why don't they have the playoff points that the drivers get throughout the whole season carry over into the Championship 4? It would be the fairest and in the most reasonable way to conclude like a champion possible. So it doesn't make every single race that you ran the whole season mean nothing when you get to the end, because everything's just reset. And it's stupid because it's a one race winner take all, and so many weird things can happen. A driver can literally lose a championship because of fluid on the track that's out of their control, or a mechanical thing that's out of their control. So much in racing in the microcosm of one event can just change the whole race, and I feel like that should not determine a person's season. I don't know, but having those playoff points carry over, I think, would be a great idea, and no one ever brings it up, and I'm surprised. Is it because no one brings it up because it's just downright stupid? Am I just the only insane person that just thinks that would just be like a cool idea? So at least, I don't know, I don't even know how much anyone has in terms of playoff points this year. They really don't seem to they do mention it, but whatever William Byron has in playoff points, it'll carry over. Maybe I'm gonna try looking it up. I don't know if I can find it, but I'm gonna try to find it online. It's sad that I have to do this because I don't even know, because everything's so confusing anymore. I don't know what shit is now. Okay, so this is obviously outdated. So let's say in a hypothetical world that this is our Championship 4 in 2020 going into Phoenix. Harvick would have that many playoff points going into Phoenix. It would be 67 points. The next one down will be Hamlin, then Brett Keselowski, and then Chase Elliott. Let's say hypothetically it's something like that. And William Byron has 35, 40 plus points, and then the next person has 30. It would be like that. I would appreciate, then there would be a higher chance of the best, more than likely best person winning all year happening with that. I just don't know why that's not a thing. And it drives me nuts, because I feel like that would be the simplest and easiest way to make the Final Four work, or at least this format work at least a little bit better. I would appreciate that. And the only thing that would be a problem is we're not going to get that Game 7 moment. There might be a year where a person just has a shit ton of playoff points. Maybe 2017 Truex, for example, I think had an ungodly amount or something next to second place. So Truex almost surefire has it, even if he doesn't win. It wouldn't be I guess that would be the only problem, is it wouldn't be a nail biter. It wouldn't be as exciting, which is what NASCAR clearly is interested in. Even though the ratings keep going down, I would forgive so much if the playoff actually worked and ratings were going up. But clearly it's not. Clearly this format is not enticing new people. Even with the crazy Ross Chastain thing last year, that really didn't garner new people. It really didn't catapult NASCAR into anything other than just a quick little Vine. Vine's not a thing anymore. A quick little TikTok gif of something wacky. Like, it didn't really carry over to next week, so it really had no long-staying pull. And it ultimately didn't really amount to much. But, like, none of this playoff stuff is actually making the sport better in terms of ratings. Like, things aren't, like... I would maybe concede my point that maybe, hey, yeah, the playoffs may not be my thing, but at least it's working, and the ratings are going up, and things... The ratings really haven't gone up since, like, 2006, I think was the last year where ratings maybe gone up during the playoffs. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But, I mean, when we're comparing it, like, year to year, it's always, like, a decrease. Maybe it's the Chase Elliott effect. Maybe it's because Chase Elliott's not in it, and that's why it's going down. But I don't know by how much. Even when he wasn't there, it was maybe a 10 or 15% decrease than what it might be. But even now, I mean, maybe that could be it. I don't know. But even before, even when Chase Elliott is in it, like, the rates still go down. So I don't know. Point is, playoffs aren't working in the way that they're trying to pull people in. It's just not. Statistically, it's just not. So I thought, why at this point, why not just have the Final Four carry their playoff points in? I think that would be more fair, and it would more than likely give us a chance of the most deserving person to win the championship instead of it being kind of just a toss-up. Because, yeah, I don't know. I just think that would be a little more fair. I don't know. It just seems like it makes sense to me. I don't know. I would really like that. And that would be really cool if there was ever an NASCAR game where, like, you can customize, like, your playoffs and you can actually have, like, the Final Four playoff points carry into that, and it's just, it would be neat. I would appreciate that. But like I said, I'm reiterating the same point, but I want to reiterate it one more time before I head out, is that if they actually were to go through with this, then it wouldn't be as exciting as what they were trying to set out and achieve. So again, that, like, balance of legitimacy and entertainment, it's always swaying, even though entertainment's, like, more focused on that than, like, legitimacy anymore and everything. And it's just tiring to, I mean, I guess it's for me, it's been actually quite fascinating to look at, like, what the Winston Cup points would be like, because it's still really close this year, and it's been interesting because, like, it's like a 3-car battle still. Like, it's, I don't know. Like, I would just want a championship to just be the person that wins the most points win. I don't want to be sitting here with, like, a pen and paper and, like, looking at it. It's like, well, okay, well, this year this is kind of like an asterisk championship because Kyle Busch missed, like, 15, 16 races of the season. I don't know if it was 16. I think it was, like, 13 or something. But, yeah, it's like, well, Kyle Busch is technically the champion, but, like, he missed, like 1/3 of the schedule, so is that really deserving of a championship? Well, then it's like, well, Joey Logano was technically, like, 4th best all year. It's like, well, technically, like, Matt Crafton was, like, 8th best with his average finish. And it's like, well, technically, Jimmy Johnson won a championship, but, like, he really was, like, not really the best all year. And it's like, I mean, Slapshoe's video says it's so perfect. Like, every year, the average finish of the champion keeps going higher, which in this case is bad because you want the average finish to be lower. And it's just skewing history, and it's just, I don't know. And I'm sorry. I don't want to live in this reality where Joey Logano has more championships than Truex and Kevin Harvick, even though Harvick should have, like, freaking 4 or 5. I don't want to live in that universe because it's bullshit. Sometimes it's better to literally just ignore reality and, like, look at it's like NASCAR is, like, the only sport where it's like you have to, like, go through, like, we have to set the groundwork for what is a champion, because it's not really the same as it is anymore. But with basketball or baseball, it's, like, always considered. So it's like, if you want to compare, like, basketball players to one another, it's, like, so much easier. NASCAR, it's so different. I mean, obviously it's been different before because different cars and everything, but, like, now it's, like, an extra layer because now we got, like, the points format's different. It's like, and when I mean, like, Winston format, I'm not saying, like, literally go back to, like, 1971, 72, where, like, there were certain tracks where, like, they rewarded more points, and that's how Benny Parsons won his championship and under, like, weird circumstances, because he technically really wasn't the best all year, but he was better at tracks that paid more points. I'm not saying let's go back to that. 1975 onwards, except make the winner pay a little more points. That's all. Just a little more points. That was my original complaint. It's just the winner didn't really get enough points, and then basically second place can lead a lap and lead the most laps and get the same amount of points as the winner, and that's kind of stupid. They did fix that, I think, in like 2004, 2005 or something, where they awarded like 195 points instead of like 185. So like that was a start. Maybe do 200. I don't know, because like we're already close to 195 miles to 200. I don't know. I feel like there's just ways to fix it, but NASCAR is so just dumb and just gonna be just we're just gonna ignore everything, ignore the ratings, and we're just gonna keep driving down this path of stupidity. Even though Brian France is no longer a part of the sport, even though this is kind of more of my headcanon theory that Brian France literally had like nothing to do with, or I guess not a big involvement with all these changes, and he was just more of a figurehead, and there was more other people like behind the scenes of like making decisions for him because he was coked out of his mind for too long or something. There's been a history. I mean, Dale Earnhardt was already concerned with that because he was telling Jerry Mayfield like, find better ventures elsewhere. He was like not confident Brian France was going to last. Dale Earnhardt said that to Mayfield, and that was like in 2000 or something. So like the Brian France had issues like long before he was caught in 2008. He was like caught in like 2006 with DUI. That's a whole other freaking can of worms. I don't want to get into that because that's gonna make this video like 45 minutes long. But I think I'm done. I think I made my point. Now I'm just kind of rambling. So yeah. I don't really think I have a whole lot else to say. So yeah, I'm done. I will see you all in another video. Take care.